Well, this year marked the 20th anniversary of the beginning of the Iraq War. Despite 2 decades passing, there are certain days that stand out the most.
And the day Saddam Hussein's statue came toppling down in Baghdad being one of them, especially for the Marines who were there to witness it. Michael Hennessy has their story of writing history.
It's recognized as the last of the reign of Saddam Hussein.
The Iraqis start hitting it, so someone had the idea we're going to pull it down.
A dictator torn from his power in Baghdad's Firdos Square in April 2003. But while the majority of the world watched it through screens,
there's that mosque.
A select few, a hand-picked crowd, lived it.
I have a photo. I'm kind of standing back away to the left in the corner when the statue came down.
And to this day, their war marches on.
It was Operation Vigilant Resolve, and I have his picture.
Jake Swaim is a legacy Marine.
My dad is a Marine. There's pictures of me, you know, as a kid wearing his hat or his uniform.
As a 17-year-old working at a Winston-Salem, North Carolina Chick-fil-A.
September 11th, 2001 solidified that that's what I was going to do.
Going into the Corps was never in question.
I was 17 at the time, so I couldn't join the Marine Corps without my parents signing, both parents.
Convincing his mother was, but she relented 45 days after the Twin Towers came down.
In June of 2002, I'm in a van leaving from Charlotte to go to Parris Island.
He graduated boot camp a month before his 18th birthday and was part of one of, if not the first battalion to get to Kuwait.
We stayed at camp, what was called Camp Ripper, and there was nothing. We set up Camp Ripper, so I'm pretty sure we were the first people to arrive.
After a relentless dose of preparation and training,
we're all young, it's not just me.
They got their first true helping of Marine tradition, pre-war fare.
Get there, it's having steak and lobster, so we knew.
My fellow citizens.
And that night, President Bush gave his, famous world release.
To disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger.
I describe it kind of like before the big game, and not that war's a game by any chance, but it's what military trains for.
On the other side of the line of departure, their first action came in the Battle of Basra.
We had our skirmish, I would call it. It wasn't a long firefight, but Apache helicopters come in and they're, hitting targets out, and we're all taking pictures. And I remember our lieutenant's like, put the cameras up, look outward,
That boyish innocence departed with the death of Corporal Mark Evnen.
Al Quds was in April of 2003, so that was about a month into the war that I personally, we lost someone and had several injured.
Less than a week later, they wrote history.
You don't think about it, and whether it's good or bad, we did. I mean, we were part of it.
As they witnessed the fall of a different kind of man.
It was the tanker's idea to kind of pull it down. And of course, our colonel's like, yeah.
But while to onlookers, it may have seemed like a turning point.
As we know, his head came off, and they literally drug it around and hit it with sandals as they're going this direction. So I'm kind of on the sidewalk.
The mission was headed.
I remember it like it was, that's something, you just don't forget.
To Fallujah.
Back then, us being 18, 19 years old, and even early 20s, we wouldn't say we were scared, but we were all scared. You're in war.
April the 11th.
But lost a good friend in 2004.
Corporal Daniel Amaya had served his time, but chose to go back with his Marines and was leading them from the front.
He was shot multiple times. We were entering the house, and I remember, pulling him out, and I was on an overwatch, but I didn't realize it was him.
Swaim also chose to go back in 2005, but in 2006, decided his tenure in war would end with 3 tours and the rank of sergeant.
I remember the pilot, when we crossed into United States airspace, he said, "Welcome home, Marines." We were crossing into United States airspace, welcome home, and everybody's cheering.
Today, he's the sergeant over his hometown's homicide unit. Amaya's name lives on as his daughter's first, the daughter of a lifelong public servant.
It's been said before, and I strongly believe it, a lot of people that died for this country would probably do it again. brought back, rewinded, knowing that their day was going to be their day, I guarantee most of them would say, send me again.
And Swaim is one of 3 members of his battalion to name his daughter Amaya. There are a total of 3 of them bearing Corporal Amaya's name.